Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is Miriam, and today we're going to learn Spanish through songs. This time it's Soledad, a song by Leoni Torres. He's a Cuban songwriter and singer. So let's see what we're going to study in today's lesson. Today we're going to study many things. First, these enlaces, it's the blendings that are going to improve your fluency when learning Spanish. Then we are going to study this, the vocabulary about love, many different things we're going to study today, and also grammar, mainly simple present tense, but included in this simple present tense, we are going to study these reflexive verbs that are really common and not usually taught in a classroom setting. So let's see. Let's begin with this, listening to the first part of a song.
Soledad, estoy cansado de vivir contigo.
So this part of a song, they say, Soledad, estoy cansado de vivir contigo. So here we have the first blending, hoy. You know that in these lessons, we're going to study the blendings of vowel plus vowel and vowel plus consonants. But I will give you another tips for your pronunciation and fluency. So fluency is not about speaking fast, but fluent, like joining all the things in a sentence. So first, Soledad is one of a words ending in D. So this final D is not really common in Spanish, so we tend to omit it or say it really soft. Soledad, estoy cansado de vivir contigo. Soledad, estoy cansado de vivir contigo. So you have to practice, and one of the things I will teach you today is one of the strategies that are really useful. These strategies are really useful for your fluency. One of them is called back chaining technique. So what does it mean? So you have to pronounce only one word at a time. So repeat after me. Contigo, vivir contigo, de vivir contigo, cansado de vivir contigo, estoy cansado de vivir contigo, Soledad, estoy cansado de vivir contigo. Better, right? Okay. So, let's continue with the other part of a song. Listen to this.
Si lo prefieres desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo.
So now, what are they saying? Si lo prefieres, desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo. What is the problem here? The H. So with this H, let me just put it here. It's silent, as you know. So we have to say ahora. So this H is silent. It's not ajo, it's ao. You have to join the two vowels. But we have an extra one, which is the end of desde. So we have three, right? Three. Eao. So focus on these two words. Desde ahora. Desde ahora. Desde ahora. So here we have another one, puedo. And here we have another one, tu amigo. Si lo prefieres, desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo. Let's do the same strategy I told you at the beginning. So first, pronounce tu amigo, ser tu amigo, puedo ser tu amigo, ahora puedo ser tu amigo, desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo, prefieres desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo, lo prefieres desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo, si lo prefieres desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo. Okay, so we don't say everything without pausing. We have to pause in between clauses. It is a little pause just to breathe. So in this case, as the singer just is singing, I think that the pause is in here. Si lo prefieres, desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo. So, si lo prefieres is a whole clause with the subject, which is you. Prefieres, I know because of the ending. And then the second clause, it's yo, and I know that because of puedo, right? So, here we pause. Again, repeat after me. Si lo prefieres, desde ahora puedo ser tu amigo. Okay, let's listen to another part.
Pero no te quedes, amo a una persona.
So now, pero no te quedes, amo a una persona. Pero no te quedes, amo a una persona. So here we have the same, 3 vowels in a row. O a u, amo a una persona. But we have something extra, no te quedes. This is a command, and the verb is quedarse. I will write it here so that you have this quedarse. Quedarse meaning to stay. So, don't stay. But don't stay. So, but don't stay. I love a person. Pero no te quedes. Amo a una persona. Okay? Yeah. Let's see the other part.
Que al igual que yo también se siente sola.
Okay, what do we have here? Que al igual que yo, también se siente sola. So the pause is kind of here. Que al igual que yo, también se siente sola. Who, like me, is also lonely or also feels lonely. Why do I say feels? Because we have here the word sentirse, and I will write it over here for you. Sentirse, it is reflexive, and it is to feel. So, me siento sola, te sientes sola, se siente sola, someone else, third person. Nos sentimos solos, plural, we, and they feel lonely, se sienten solos. So you have to conjugate because of this se ending. So in this case, they are referring to a person, una persona. That's third person singular. So let's analyze then pronunciation for this part. So here we have que al igual que yo. So this que over here, let me just circle this. In most of the cases, we say, well, but who, it's quien, right? Yes. But in this case, we prefer to use que instead of quien. We use quien in these type of sentences using who as a connector, mainly when we use it with prepositions. So, que al igual que yo means who like me. Okay, let's analyze then the pronunciation thing. So here we have two, que a, and then we have a consonant, que ali, que al igual que yo. Que al igual que yo. Remember the pausing here. Que al igual que yo, también se siente sola. Here we have another one, ie. And here another one, ie also. So, let's repeat the two clauses. Que al igual que yo, también se siente sola. Alright? Let's listen to the other part.
Salgo a caminar de noche por las avenidas.
So here the singer is saying the whole thing in a row, only one clause at a time. Salgo a caminar de noche por las avenidas. Salgo a caminar de noche por las avenidas. How can we say that? Okay, first let me analyze the vocabulary for you. So the first thing is salgo. What is this salgo? This salgo means it comes from salir, and that is to leave or to go out. Let me write it here for you. Leave or go out. Salgo a caminar, salir a caminar. That is a phrase, and it is to go for a walk. Salir a caminar. Salgo a caminar de noche. In this case, we have de noche. Let me just highlight this. The preposition de, in this case, is at, because it is a whole phrase. De noche, at night. So, salgo a caminar de noche por las avenidas. Por las avenidas. Another set expression. Here, por means in the avenues. Now, let's see the blendings. Por las avenidas. Let's see. Las avenidas. Caminar de noche. Salgo a. So we have only these two. Then, salgo a caminar de noche por las avenidas. If it is too long, say it slowly and remember word by word by word. If you don't want to do it backwards, you can do it from the beginning too. So let's do it front chaining. So the other one was back chaining. This is front chaining. Salgo. Salgo a. Salgo a caminar. Salgo a caminar de. Salgo a caminar de noche. Salgo a caminar de noche por. Remember, only one word. So your brain needs time to process the information. Salgo a caminar de noche por. Salgo a caminar de noche por las. Salgo a caminar de noche por las avenidas. Salgo a caminar de noche por las avenidas. Okay. Great. Let's see the other one.
Pregunto a la gente, su cara no se me olvida y busco.
Okay, so what do we have here? Here we have pregunto a la gente, su cara no se me olvida. So pregunto a la gente, here we have the first pause, like imaginary pause, right? Pregunto a la gente, su cara no se me olvida. And here we have another one, y busco. So 3 clauses in one compound sentence. So, preguntar, that's another verb I wanted to analyze with you. Preguntar. What is that? Preguntar is to ask a question, right? So, pregunto a la gente, su cara no se me olvida y busco. Pregunto a la gente. Another thing we need to analyze is this thing here, this a, the a personal. Why am I using this a if you ask people for something? Or here, la gente, it's people. Whenever we are using people, we need the a personal. So, pregunto a la gente, su cara no se me olvida y busco. Let's see clause by clause. Pregunto a la gente. Repeat after me. Pregunto a la gente, su cara no se me olvida. I can't forget his face. And here we have another thing, olvidarse. That's another reflexive verb. Let me just write it over here. Olvidarse. Just forget. Me olvido, te olvidas, se olvida. But why do we have olvida if it is me? So it means that I cannot forget your face. But here, olvida ending in a, it's referring to face, right? Okay. Then, now, repeat. Pregunto a la gente, su cara no se me olvida y busco. Okay? What is he looking for? Let's see.
Y no la encuentro. Ando como un loco sin saber qué es lo que hago.
Y no la encuentro. So remember the other part. Y busco y no la encuentro. Ando como un loco sin saber qué es lo que hago. Okay, this one is longer. Let's first divide the different clauses. Y no la encuentro. Here we have one pause, but we have a comma. Ando como un loco. Here another one. Sin saber qué es lo que hago. The third one. And we have some things here. So let's analyze first. La. No la encuentro. What is that la referring to here? That's her. I can't find her. The woman. Okay, that's why it is la. Direct object pronoun, her. No la encuentro. Ando como un loco. That's a set phrase that we use with andar. Andar is kind of walking around like a crazy. Ando como un loco. Sin saber. So in this case, we are using sin and then a verb. So whenever you're using sin, you need an infinitive. What is an infinitive? The verb without conjugation. So I can give you more examples like sin estudiar. What does it mean? Without studying. So you use the ing for this, but we use infinitive. Sin comer. Sin dormir. You see? All with infinitive, right? Okay. So this is the use of the preposition sin. Now we have ¿qué es lo que hago? What is or which is what I do. So I want to emphasize here this lo que over here. So what is lo que? Okay, let me just explain it here for you. Lo que. Lo que means the thing that, and it can also be kind of whatever. In some cases, we can translate it like whatever I do. So without knowing what I do or what I'm doing. Okay, that is lo que. So now let's see the different blendings we have here. No la he, here we have encue, another one. Ando como un, another one. ¿Qué es lo que ha, ea? ¿Qué es lo que hago? So here we have a specific thing. When we have two identical sounds, we either prolong the sound or omit one. So let's write the rule for you here. So this is two identical sounds. We have two scenarios here. The first one, we prolong the sound. When do we prolong this sound? When they are stressed. When do we omit the sound? When it is unstressed. Okay? Unstressed. So in this case, the second word is. It is stressed, so we have to prolong the sound. ¿Qué es? ¿Qué es? So let's see the whole thing. Y no la encuentro, ando como un loco sin saber qué es lo que hago. ¿Qué es lo que hago? Okay. Let's see the other part.
Llego hacia la casa, estoy desesperado y lloro si no la encuentro.
Llego hacia la casa, estoy desesperado y lloro si no la encuentro. Three clauses again. Llego hacia la casa, Estoy desesperado y lloro si no la encuentro. You see what I mean? Subject, verb, subject, verb, subject, verb. In our heads, we have to divide the chunks so that we can breathe and continue with the fluency. Okay. Well, desesperado, desperate. Cry, it's pretty easy. Si no, if I don't. This no is negative, don't. Remember, you use don't, you use doesn't or didn't. We just say no. Okay. Let's analyze now the different pronunciation things. Okay. So, llego así, hacía, estoy, desesperado y lloro si no la encuentro. And here we have another one in UE. These are the different combinations we have. So, first, llego hacia la casa. Llego hacia la casa. Llego hacia la casa, estoy desesperado y lloro si no la encuentro. Okay? Let's see the other one.
Sí, quiero verla otra vez.
Sí, quiero verla otra vez. So here we have a clear comma, so we have to pause in here. Sí, quiero verla otra vez. So what do we have here? We have the word otra vez, which means again. I mean, two words meaning one. Otra vez, again. And also we have la. What is la? Her. Again, it is a direct object pronoun, even though it is a person, because it is the thing being seen. Ver, la, see, her. It is direct object here too, in English too. So, here we have la, it's her. So, apart from that, here we are using a combination of two verbs together. Remember, the second, infinitive. Quiero ver, quiero verla, quiero verlo, quiero verlos. You know that there are different direct object pronouns. Okay, let's repeat one more time. Sí, quiero verla otra vez. Remember, this is not z, it's just s. Otra vez. Sí, quiero verla otra vez. Okay.
Y si la vuelvo a tropezar, puedo robarle un beso.
Okay, so what do we have here? Y si la vuelvo a tropezar. Notice this si without accent mark, because it means if. So, another thing for you. Si with accent mark means yes. Si without accent mark means if. Okay. And si la vuelvo a tropezar. So here we have tropezar. Maybe this verb is new for you. It is to bump into. To bump into someone. Y si la vuelvo a tropezar. So, I said that otra vez means again. But here, it's volver a. So this is another thing that we need to analyze here. This is a periphrastic construction. It is volver a, and then we write again an infinitive. So if I want to say I sing again, it's yo. Let me just eliminate the yo. Vuelvo a cantar. I eat again. Vuelvo a comer. I dance again. Vuelvo a bailar. So that's another way to say again. Okay. And if I bump into her again, si la vuelvo a tropezar. And here we have la one more time. La. So let me see. la here. Y si la vuelvo a tropezar. So here we have something special that I want to analyze with you. And this is when we have two verbs together. Let me write it here for you. And let's analyze querer and another verb, I don't know, comer. And let's analyze that I want to eat pizza. Okay, so I want to substitute the pizza by the direct object pronoun. And pizza, as it is feminine, it should be la, right? Then we have two options, either at the beginning of a phrase or at the end attached at the infinitive. So we can say la quiero comer, or we can say quiero comerla. And there we have the two things here. All right, let me just put this in another color. For you. Okay. Why am I saying this? Because here it's volver a tropezar. Here the phrase has a preposition in the middle, like empezar a. We have a preposition, it doesn't matter. You still have two verbs together with the preposition in the middle. So, la vuelvo a tropezar, or vuelvo a tropezar. Okay? This is the idea. So, let's analyze now the different blendings we have here for pronunciation purposes. Y si la vuelvo a tropezar, puedo robarle un beso. So we have the same two we have here. Then, let's see. Y si la vuelvo a tropezar, puedo robarle un beso. You see that I paused here. One clause and another one. One more time. Y si la vuelvo a tropezar, puedo robarle un beso. Okay. Let's see the other part.
Sí, yo también tengo un corazón.
Sí, yo también tengo un corazón. Yo también tengo un corazón. That's just only one clause. You can pause only in the comma. So yo también, here we have IE, tengo un corazón. Remember, this is not Z, just S. Then, sí, yo también tengo un corazón. Tengo un corazón. These are just squeezed. Tengo un corazón. Okay.
Que se enamora sin mandarlo, ¿sabes cómo es eso?
Que se enamora sin mandarlo. ¿Sabes cómo es eso? So here, two clauses again. Que se enamora sin mandarlo. ¿Sabes cómo es eso? So, let's see. Que se enamora. So here we have the que meaning who again. Se enamora sin mandarlo. ¿Sabes cómo es eso? Que se enamora. Here we have two identical sounds again. But in this case, enamora, the stress is in mo. So we don't say one of the E's. Que se enamora. Because enamora, the stress is in mo, not in e, like the previous example. So here we have two identical sounds that are not stressed, so we omit one. Que se enamora sin mandarlo. And here I have to analyze the verb mandar. Oh my God. So I know that for you, mandar means to send. Yes, but in this case, it means to command. So you have two meanings to give an order. Two meanings for one verb. And then I was explaining the use of the verb with the preposition sin. Sin mandar lo. Lo is referring to corazón. Without commanding it. Sin mandarlo. Okay, so let's repeat now. Que se enamora sin mandarlo. ¿Sabes cómo es eso? ¿Sabes cómo es eso? So here we are joining the S and the E again. ¿Cómo es eso? ¿Sabes cómo es eso? ¿Sabes cómo es eso? Perfect. Okay, let's see next.
Soledad, soledad, no hay un minuto que me separe de ti.
Okay. Soledad, soledad, no hay un minuto que me separe de ti. No hay un minuto que me separe de ti. Soledad, soledad, no hay un minuto que me separe de ti. So here again we have the H, don't say it. So here we have 4 vowel sounds that we have to say kind of in a row. No hay un, no hay un. So, no hay un minuto que me separe de ti.
Déjame este sentimiento, no vengas ahora que no es el momento.
Okay. Déjame este sentimiento, no vengas ahora que no es el momento. 3 clauses again. Déjame este sentimiento, no vengas ahora que no es el momento. So let's see what we have here. Déjame este. So here we do have to prolong the sound because este has the stress here. So déjame este, déjame este, déjame este, sentimiento, sentimiento. No vengas ahora, don't say the H, and join the S with the A. No vengas ahora, que no es el momento, que no es el momento. Okay, so here I want to talk about dejar. So dejar, it's a verb that can mean either let or leave, in the sense of leave me or let me do this. So either way, depending on the context, right? Okay. Déjame este sentimiento. Let me get this feeling. Don't come now. And here is another command. Don't come now. No vengas ahora. This vengas comes from venir, to come. Don't come now. That this is not, that it's not the right time. Okay. Let's repeat now with the things we have to join. Déjame este sentimiento. No vengas ahora, que no es el momento. Again. Déjame este sentimiento. No vengas ahora, que no es el momento. So sing along, first slowly, and then try to join, just to say it like a normal speed. Okay, let's see the other one.
Déjame ya, que así no puedo seguir.
Okay, so here we have dejar again, now meaning leave me. Déjame ya. So this ya here means right now. Just leave me. Que así no puedo seguir. Que así, that I cannot go on like this. So seguir has 2 meanings too. It can mean to follow, or it can mean to go on, to continue. 2 things. So let me write them for you here. So here we have seguir, which means to follow, or to go on, which is the one we are using right now. Okay, so déjame ya, que así no puedo seguir. Déjame ya, que así no puedo seguir. Okay, déjame ya, que así no puedo seguir. This U here, it's not pronounced. We say seguir. Why? because we are using the sound G for ga, go, and gu. But to say the same sound with A and E, we say ge and gi. For gi, it is really similar to your guitar. Seguir, guitar, gi, gi. Okay, so, déjame ya, que así no puedo seguir. Right? Let's move on.
Soledad, soledad, sé que eres mala consejera.
Okay, so what do we have here? Soledad, Soledad, sé que eres mala consejera. Again, the two identical sounds. Now, eres, the stress is in this A, then we prolong the sound. Sé que eres mala consejera. So, Soledad, Soledad, sé que eres mala consejera. Sé que eres mala consejera. You're a bad advisor. Soledad, it's supposed to be feminine, la soledad. And that's why they say mala and consejera. Because soledad is feminine, la soledad. Okay, so let's see. Soledad, Soledad, sé que eres mala consejera. You see? Okay. Let's see.
Y que el amor nunca se espera si se trata de correr para ser feliz, para ser feliz.
Okay, this one is longer. Let's see what we can do. Que el amor nunca se espera si se trata de correr para ser feliz, para ser feliz. Okay, so here we have another word with two meanings, which is esperar. Esperar, well, in fact, it has more meanings, but it is mainly wait, hope, and also expect. Then, que el amor nunca se espera. What do we have in this se espera is expected. Well, it's never, because we have the never here, nunca. It's never expected. Se espera. So here is expected is passive voice. Okay, so, and again we have two identical sounds here and two identical sounds here. Let's see which of the two we can prolong the sound or we can omit the sound. The tendency is to omit, but the rule is like the one I told you at the beginning. So here, que el amor, yeah, el is stress, so we have to prolong here. Que el amor. Nunca se espera, espera, the stress is in P, so one, it's omitted. So here we have the two things in one sentence. Que el amor nunca se espera si se trata de correr para ser feliz. Para ser feliz. Okay, so we have here something that is different. Si se trata, if it's about. Maybe here it's not that clear, but maybe we can say, I don't know, in another context, you can say, the story is about love. La historia se trata de amor. You see? Se trata de, so this is tratarse de, and that means to be about. Let me write the whole phrase for you. Tratarse de, to be about. When you want to say what something is about. Okay? So pause the video and take your notes so that you can understand and you can use these phrases in other contexts. Okay, So now let's talk about the pronunciation here. What do we have? Que el amor nunca se espera, clause, si se trata de correr para ser feliz. And here we have the comma, para ser feliz. So let's repeat after me. Que el amor nunca se espera si se trata de correr para ser feliz, para ser feliz. Again, z, no, feliz, just s. In the Latin American version. In Spanish they say feliz, but we say feliz. Okay, and he's a Cuban singer, so he says feliz. All right, so let's see the other part. Dime, Soledad, ¿quién cuidará de este corazón que se enamora? Again, we have the two identical sounds in here. So first, let's analyze the vocabulary. Dime, so this is the command of decir, and it is di, and this is to me. Dime, tell me. Dime, Soledad, ¿quién cuidará? And here it's like an inverted question into one sentence, and that's why they are using quién as who. ¿Quién cuidará? And this ending ra is the future simple. ¿Quién cuidará? Who will take care of this heart that is in love? So, in vocabulary terms, we have another reflexive, enamorarse, to fall in love. So you use it as a phrase and we use it as a reflexive. So, yo me enamoro. Tú te enamoras. Él, which is the heart in this case, se enamora. Of course, nos enamoramos, se enamoran, etc. It is reflexive. Then, let's analyze now the pronunciation issues we have here. Dime, Soledad, ¿quién cuidará? It's cui de este corazón. Este has a stress in e, so we prolong the sound. Corazón que se enamora, que se enamora, que se enamora, enamora on the O, so we prolong the sound in the two cases. So, we can pause here. Dime, Soledad, ¿quién cuidará de este corazón que se enamora? One more time. Dime, Soledad, ¿quién cuidará de este corazón que se enamora? Okay?
Déjame ya, que así no puedo vivir. Soledad, oh, soledad.
Okay, so here, déjame, so we have the dejar again as a command. Déjame ya, leave me now. So we can say déjame ahora, but ya is shorter and easier and more common. Déjame ya, que así no puedo, so we have pue, que así no puedo vivir, soledad, soledad. One thing I want to emphasize is that the use of the two V's, and I have to say that we don't have the sound V that you have in that V. So you have to pronounce B and V like B. Vivir. For example, if I write vivir and I write beber, the two sounds are pronounced the same. Vivir, the second is softer. The first one is stronger. Vivir, beber. But never vivir, no. So, vivir, beber. Okay, so let's see the pauses we can make here. Déjame ya, que así no puedo vivir, Soledad, Soledad. Again, déjame ya, que así no puedo vivir. Soledad, Soledad. Okay.
Que se enamora de una mujer que también va sola.
Again, they are repeating. Que se enamora de una mujer que también va sola. So, we are using sola ending in A because they are referring to mujer, which is feminine, la mujer. That's why we write or we say sola. So, we saw enamorarse previously, so que se enamora, we prolong the sound because enamora, the stress is in mo. Que se enamora de una mujer que también va sola. The V here, it's B, va. Que también va sola. Again, que se enamora de una mujer que también va sola. And here we have que, meaning who again. All right.
Enamoró como un niño y le hace falta cariño si se enamora.
Moving on, we have here, se enamoró como un niño y le hace falta cariño si se enamora. So, what do we have new in terms of vocabulary here? We have hacer falta. And hacer falta, it's a phrase meaning to need. I know that you use necesitar. I need, necesito, and yes, that is correct, but this is just another way to say need. Okay, so se enamoró, and now it is past tense. He fall in love like a child, como un niño, y le hace falta cariño. Who needs? The heart. And that's why they are using le. Why le? Because this is indirect. What is the direct? Cariño. Affection is the direct. That is the thing being needed to him, her, or it. That is le. So, se enamoró como un niño y le hace falta cariño si se enamora. Se enamoró, we have the stressing here, se enamoró, se enamoró, se enamoró como un niño y le hace falta cariño si se enamora. You see what I'm doing? It is unstressed, so we omit the sound. Se enamoró como un niño y le hace falta cariño si se enamora. One more time. Se enamoró como un niño y le hace falta cariño si se enamora. Right? Okay, so that's everything I have for you today. You can do different things at this point. One thing is just to download the document with all the lyrics and everything, and more exercises. You have to practice all this, writing sentences and repeating and singing along. Remember that repetition is key and shadowing. So sing along with the song and learn it. And make sentences with the new words you studied. Okay? So if you think you need something, just subscribe and like the video. See you next time. Bye.